Listen, before we get started today, I need you to do something for me. I need you to turn off your notifications. I need you to close that other tab. I need you to stop multitasking for the next few minutes, because what I'm about to share with you is going to challenge everything you think you know about success in 2026. Can I be honest with you? Most of you watching this video right now are losing. And you're not losing because you're not talented. You're not losing because you don't have potential. You're losing because you're focused on the wrong thing. You're watching everybody else's highlight reel while your own life is playing in black and white. You're checking their Instagram, their Facebook, their LinkedIn, their TikTok, and while you're doing that, your dreams are dying. Your potential is evaporating. Your time is slipping away. And I know you feel it. I know you wake up sometimes and think, man, I should be further along than this. I should have accomplished more by now. I should be making more money. I should be living better. And you're absolutely right. You should be, but you're not. And do you know why you're not? Because you're trying to run everybody else's race instead of running your own. Today, we're going to talk about something that is going to transform your entire year if you apply it. We're going to talk about why you need to focus only on yourself in 2026. Not on your neighbor, not on your cousin, not on that person from high school who's posting pictures of their new car, on yourself. And I'm going to show you exactly why this one shift in focus is going to be the difference between you winning and you watching other people win. But here's what I need you to understand before we go any further. This is not going to be one of those feel-good motivational talks where I tell you you're special and you clap and leave and nothing changes. No, this is going to make you uncomfortable. This is going to challenge you. This is going to require you to look in the mirror and be honest about why you're really not where you want to be. So if you're ready to stop making excuses, if you're ready to stop playing the victim, if you're ready to actually do something different in 2026 instead of just talking about it, then you need to watch this video all the way to the end. Don't skip ahead. Don't fast forward, because every single minute of what I'm about to share with you builds on the last. And if you miss one piece, you'll miss the whole revelation. This is Myron Golden Insights, and by the time this video is over, you're going to understand exactly what's been holding you back and exactly what you need to do to break through. So let's get into it. Stop comparing yourself to others and redirect that energy toward your own growth. Listen to me very carefully. The number one thing that is sabotaging your success right now is not your lack of education. It's not your lack of resources. It's not even your lack of opportunity. It's your addiction to watching what other people are doing. And I need you to understand that this addiction is costing you everything. You wake up in the morning, and before you even brush your teeth, you're scrolling through your phone, looking at what everybody else is accomplishing. You're watching their vacations, their businesses, their relationships, their cars, their houses. And every time you do that, you're making a withdrawal from your own potential account and depositing it into their validation account. That's insanity. See, comparison is not just the thief of joy, it's the thief of your destiny, your focus, your energy, and your future. Because every moment you spend evaluating someone else's journey is a moment you're not investing in your own. And here's what most people don't understand. You cannot build your dream while you're busy admiring someone else's. The Bible tells us that each person should examine their own work. It doesn't say examine your neighbor's work. It doesn't say examine your cousin's work. It says examine your own work. And the reason for that is simple. You're not in competition with them. You never were. The only person you're competing with is the person you were yesterday. But see, we've been conditioned by this society to believe that success is relative. We think we're winning if we're doing better than the next person. That's a poverty mentality. That's a scarcity mindset. That's the thinking of someone who doesn't understand that there's enough abundance in this universe for everybody to win. You don't have to lose for me to win. I don't have to lose for you to win. We can both win, but we can't both win if we're both distracted watching each other instead of working on ourselves. Now let me tell you what happens when you compare yourself to others. First, you're comparing your chapter 1 to their chapter 20. You don't know what they went through to get where they are. You don't know how many nights they cried. You don't know how many times they failed. You don't know how many doors got slammed in their face. You're just looking at the highlight reel and comparing it to your behind-the-scenes footage. That's not fair to you, and it's not realistic. Second, when you compare yourself to others, you're operating from a place of lack instead of abundance. You're saying, they have something I don't have. But what you need to understand is that what God has for you is for you. Nobody can take it. Nobody can block it. Nobody can stop it. Your blessing is not delayed because somebody else got blessed. Your blessing is delayed because you're not focused on doing what you need to do to position yourself to receive it. Third, comparison drains your energy, and energy is the currency of achievement. You only have so much energy in a day. You can use that energy to build, or you can use that energy to compare. You can use that energy to create, or you can use that energy to compete. You can use that energy to develop your skills, or you can use that energy to develop envy. But you cannot do both. You've got to choose. Here's what I want you to understand about redirecting that energy. When you take all that energy you're using to watch other people and you redirect it toward your own growth, everything changes. Everything. Because growth is not automatic. Growth is intentional. You don't accidentally become excellent. You don't accidentally become wealthy. You don't accidentally become wise. You have to be intentional about it. And being intentional means you've got to protect your focus like it's the most valuable thing you own, because it is. Your focus is more valuable than your money. You can always get more money. You cannot get more time. And wherever your focus is, that's where your time is going. And wherever your time is going, that's where your life is going. So when you're spending 3 hours a day on social media watching what everybody else is doing, you're literally giving away 3 hours of your life. That's 3 hours you could have spent reading a book that transforms your mindset. That's 3 hours you could have spent developing a skill that increases your income. That's 3 hours you could have spent building relationships that open doors. That's 3 hours you could have spent in prayer, meditation, and planning your future. But instead, you gave those 3 hours to watching other people live their dreams. And then you wonder why your dreams aren't manifesting. It's because you're watering somebody else's garden while yours is dying from neglect. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't celebrate other people. I'm not saying you shouldn't be inspired by other people. But there's a difference between being inspired and being distracted. Inspiration moves you toward your goal. Distraction moves you away from it. And most of what you're calling inspiration is actually distraction dressed up in motivational clothing. Real growth happens when you stop looking horizontally at what everyone else is doing and start looking vertically at where you're trying to go. It happens when you measure yourself against your potential, not against other people's performance. It happens when you ask yourself every single day, am I closer to my goal today than I was yesterday? Not, am I closer than my neighbor is to their goal? Just closer than you were. Because here's the truth, your neighbor's goal is not your goal. Their purpose is not your purpose. Their assignment is not your assignment. God didn't create you to be a duplicate. He created you to be an original. And the moment you start trying to be like somebody else, you abandon the unique gift that only you can bring to the world. Your focus determines your future. Become selfish with your attention and time. Let me tell you something that's going to revolutionize your life if you really grab hold of it. Your focus is the most powerful force in your life. Not your education, not your connections, not your background, your focus. Because whatever you focus on expands. Whatever you give your attention to grows. And whatever you consistently think about eventually becomes your reality. That's not motivational talk. That's spiritual law. That's biblical principle. That's how the universe operates. The Bible says, where there is no vision, the people perish. But let me tell you what vision really is. Vision is focused attention over an extended period of time. It's not just seeing something once. It's keeping your eyes on it until it manifests. And most people don't have a vision problem. They have a focus problem. They can see what they want, but they can't keep their attention on it long enough to bring it into existence. Right now, in this moment, there are thousands of stimuli competing for your attention. Your phone is buzzing. Your email is dinging. Your family needs something. Your friends want to talk. Social media is calling your name. Netflix has a new show. And in the middle of all of that noise, you're supposed to be building a business, developing your skills, transforming your mindset, and creating the life you say you want. But you can't do that if you're not selfish with your attention. And when I say selfish, I'm talking about being protective, being possessive, being territorial about your focus, because your focus is your most valuable asset. It's more valuable than your money because you can always make more money. It's more valuable than your time because time without focus is just wasted hours. Your focus is what converts your time into results. Your focus is what transforms your potential into performance. Your focus is what takes your dreams out of your imagination and puts them into your bank account. But here's the problem. Most people are generous with their focus. They give it to everybody. They give it to everything. Somebody wants 5 minutes, they give it. Somebody wants an hour, they give it. Somebody wants to tell them about their problems, they give their attention. Somebody wants to show them a video, they give their attention. And at the end of the day, they've given away all their focus and they have nothing left to invest in themselves. That's why you're not winning. Not because you can't win, but because you're using your winning energy to help everybody else win while your own dreams are starving for attention. You're watering everybody else's garden while your own seeds are dying in dry ground. And then you're frustrated, wondering why you're not growing. You're not growing because you're not focused on your own growth. Let me break down what happens in your brain when you focus. When you concentrate your attention on something, your brain starts to create neural pathways. The more you focus on that thing, the stronger those pathways become. Eventually, those pathways become highways in your mind. And whatever you've built highways to is what you're going to naturally move toward. That's why people who focus on problems always find more problems. That's why people who focus on opportunities always find more opportunities. Your brain is designed to find more of whatever you're focused on. So if you're focused on how broke you are, your brain is going to find more evidence of your poverty. If you're focused on how difficult life is, your brain is going to find more difficulties. But if you focus on solutions, your brain will find solutions. If you focus on abundance, your brain will find abundance. If you focus on growth, your brain will find ways to grow. Your focus literally rewires your brain. It changes the way you think. It changes the way you see. It changes what you attract into your life. Now here's where it gets deep. The enemy of your destiny understands the power of focus better than you do. That's why he's not trying to stop you. He's trying to distract you. He knows that a distracted person is a defeated person. He knows that if he can keep your attention scattered, he can keep your results scattered. So he sends you notifications. He sends you drama. He sends you people with problems. He sends you opportunities that look good but lead nowhere, all designed to pull your focus away from what really matters. And you're falling for it. Every single day, you're falling for it. You sit down to work on your business, and 15 minutes later, you're watching videos on social media. You sit down to read a book that could change your life, and 10 minutes later, you're responding to text messages that could have waited. You sit down to plan your future, and 5 minutes later, you're worrying about something that happened in your past. Your focus is all over the place, and that's why your life is all over the place. Successful people understand something that unsuccessful people don't. They understand that focus is a muscle, and like any muscle, it gets stronger with exercise. When you practice focusing for extended periods of time, you get better at it. When you practice eliminating distractions, it gets easier. When you practice saying no to things that don't align with your goals, it becomes natural. But most people have never exercised their focus muscle, so it's weak. They can't concentrate for more than 5 minutes before they're reaching for their phone. You want to know what separates millionaires from broke people? It's not intelligence. I know some highly intelligent broke people. It's not hard work. I know some hardworking broke people. It's focus. Millionaires have the ability to focus on one thing for an extended period of time until it produces results. They don't chase every shiny object. They don't jump from opportunity to opportunity. They pick one thing and they go deep. They focus on it with intensity, with consistency, with unwavering attention until it works. But broke people are busy. They're doing a lot of things. They're juggling multiple projects. They're trying to build 3 businesses at once. They're scattered. And scattered focus produces scattered results. You cannot build wealth with divided attention. You cannot create success with fragmented focus. You've got to concentrate your mental energy like a laser beam on one target until you hit it. Here's what I need you to do starting today. I need you to become greedy with your time. I need you to become stingy with your attention. I need you to guard your focus like you're guarding diamonds, because your focus is more valuable than diamonds. Stop giving it away to people and things that are not invested in your success. Now let me bring this all together for you, because I need you to see the complete picture. We've talked about 2 critical things today that are going to determine whether you win or lose in 2026. First, we talked about how you need to stop comparing yourself to others and redirect that energy toward your own growth. Because every moment you spend watching what somebody else is doing is a moment you're stealing from your own development. Comparison is not just killing your joy, it's killing your destiny. And when you redirect all that wasted energy back into yourself, back into your growth, back into your purpose, everything changes. You stop being a spectator in other people's lives and you become the main character in your own story. Second, we talked about how your focus determines your future and why you need to become selfish with your attention and your time. Your focus is not just important, it's everything. It's the steering wheel of your life. It's the seed that produces your harvest. It's the raw material that your future is made of. And when you protect your focus, when you guard your attention, when you become territorial about your time, you tap into a power that most people never access. You become unstoppable. But here's what I need you to understand as we close this out. Knowledge without application is just entertainment. You can watch this video, you can nod your head, you can say, that's good, and then go right back to doing the same things you've been doing. Or you can make a decision right now that 2026 is going to be different, that today is the day you stop watching other people win and you start winning yourself. See, the tragedy is not that you tried and failed. The tragedy is that you had everything you needed to succeed and you never focused it. You had the talent, but you were too busy comparing. You had the time, but you gave it all away. You had the focus, but you let everybody and everything steal it from you. And now you're another year older with the same results, but it doesn't have to be that way. Not anymore. Not if you take what you learned today and you actually apply it. Not if you make the decision right now to become selfish with your focus. Not if you commit right now to stop measuring yourself against other people and start measuring yourself against your own potential. Your assignment is not to be better than them. Your assignment is to be better than you were. And when you focus all your energy on that assignment, when you pour all your attention into your own growth, when you become obsessive about maximizing your own potential, you won't have time to worry about what anybody else is doing. You'll be too busy building your own empire. 2026 can be your year of breakthrough. It can be your year of promotion. It can be your year of elevation, but only if you make it about you. Only if you focus on yourself with the same intensity you've been using to focus on everybody else. Only if you protect your attention with the same passion you've been using to consume other people's content. The choice is yours. You can keep doing what you've been doing and keep getting what you've been getting. Or you can make a change right now, today, in this moment, and watch how fast your life transforms when you finally focus on yourself. If this message resonated with you, if something I said today convicted you, challenged you, or inspired you, I want you to do 2 things for me right now. First, subscribe to Myron Golden Insights, because we're going to keep bringing you this level of truth, this level of wisdom, this level of real talk that's going to help you actually transform your life in 2026. Don't just consume the content, be part of the community of people who are actually doing the work. Second, I want you to drop a comment below and tell me, what is the one thing you're going to focus on in 2026? Not 10 things. One thing. What's the one area where you're going to stop comparing and start competing with yourself? What's the one area where you're going to become selfish with your focus? Drop it in the comments right now, because when you declare it publicly, you're making a commitment, and commitment is what separates the people who dream from the people who do. People Remember, your focus determines your future. Make it count. Now go execute.